I've lost 50 kg. To get from where I was to where I am now, I followed 5 key steps: plan, execute, time, analysis, and optimization. You can apply those 5 steps to any goal, but we'll be focusing on fat loss. Step 1. Plan. A lot of plans don't work because people either overestimate their ability or underestimate the things that could go wrong. I'm not saying don't be ambitious. Your plan should challenge you, but it should be a challenge that you can handle. Otherwise, you'll get started on your plan, won't get the results that you expect, and you'll quit. Let's say you want to lose 20 kg. You plan on doing that in 4 months. That's 1 kilo a week. It's on the upper end of the scale, but it's still reasonable. And you're going to do that by weight training 4 times per week with 3 sessions of cardio, as well as doing intermittent fasting, cutting out sugar, and having a high protein intake, whilst staying under 2,200 calories. For me, that's easy. I already weight train 5 times per week, I already intermittent fast, I don't eat sugar, and I've got a high protein intake. On top of that, I do cardio every morning as well. So the only difficult part would be the calories, because currently I'm on 3,400 calories. Going down to 2,200 calories will be a bit of a struggle. But for a beginner, doing all of those things like cutting out sugar, weight training, cardio, intermittent fasting is a lot to take on. You're better off starting with one of those things, getting into the habit of it, and then implementing more as you go. And you should also extend the deadline from 4 months to 8. That way, you're not expecting too much of yourself and you're working at a level that is reasonable for you. Step 2. Execute. Planning is easy. Executing isn't, especially at the start, because you're fighting who you've been to become someone new. You're building new habits and changing your behavior, so it feels like you're putting in work and you're not seeing any obvious results. It's like you're climbing uphill, but the view's staying the same. But it's only like that at the start. Let's say you decided to stick to that plan of losing 20 kg in 4 months. You've started and it's hard. Normally after work, you head straight home, but now you're going to the gym. You usually have a big breakfast, but now you're skipping that to intermittent fast. You usually eat a lot of sugar, but now you've cut out completely. On top of that, it's been 2 weeks, your body's sore, and the scale still hasn't moved. You're sitting there wondering what you're doing wrong. The answer is nothing. You're doing nothing wrong. That's exactly how it's supposed to go. You're going to be sore from exercise. You're going to be irritated from skipping breakfast and not eating sugar, but you'll get used to it. And as for the results, it'll take a while for everything to click. Like I've noticed for me, it takes 2 weeks for my body to get into fat loss mode, whilst for other people it might take as much as 4. So for the first few weeks, you might be putting in all this effort and you see nothing. But that's just how it goes. Step 3. Time. The fun parts are over. You made your plan and you got through that initial struggle. Now it's just about consistency and time. But that's where most people will quit. So you're 7 weeks into your 4-month plan. You're eating well. You're going to the gym 4 days per week to weight train and do cardio. You're also seeing some results. But you're bored. You've been doing the same training routine, eating the same foods whilst everyone else around you is chilling. You think skipping one day won't hurt, but one thing leads to another and you're back at square one. It's always exciting at first, starting something new, but eventually it gets boring because it's just the same thing over and over again. And that's what gets results. But it's also the hardest part. The start bit is like a sprint, which I've never had any problem with. This bit though, the middle bit, is more marathon. And I've never liked long distance running, but that's just what it takes. Step 4. Analysis. Your initial plan will rarely be perfect. Maybe you took on too much, or maybe you feel like you could do more. Maybe progress is faster than expected, or maybe it's too slow. Monitoring key metrics is the only way you'll know. When it comes to fat loss, I like to measure 3 key metrics: weight, strength, and focus. Weight to make sure I'm still on track at losing 1 kilo per week. Strength to make sure that the weight I'm losing is from fat. And focus to make sure I'm not overextending myself. So if I'm losing 1 kilo per week, maintaining my strength, and my focus is still high, everything's going to plan. If not though, some changes might need to be made. Step 5. Optimization. Your plan should only stay the same if you're getting the results you expect and you can still handle the workload. If not, and you've given it enough time, you'll have to optimize. Like, let's say you're losing 1 kilo per week, but your strength is going down as well as your focus. It might be time to increase your calories. Or let's say you've stopped losing weight, but your strength and focus is still high. Maybe it's time to do more cardio. Or in the worst case, you're not losing weight, your strength is going down, and you've got no focus. Maybe it's time for a break. You have to optimize as you move forwards, but never too often. Because if you keep changing your plan, you'll stay stuck in step 2, but the real results come in step 3. So to round this video off, make a realistic plan that still challenges you, execute that plan and get through that initial struggle, then give it time and stay consistent, even when it gets boring. Continuously analyze your progress and optimize your approach to make it more effective. And remember, these 5 steps can be applied to any goal.